I'm going to start back from when I got hired in 9R, and I had a teammate who was, adamant I have to join the CEA and DEA and pay my dues, and because it's important. And I had never done that coming from a small district, so I joined and have enjoyed the process and gone to meetings to find out what they're all about. And then I got asked to attend the training and was thrilled to death to see the alignment of our Teachers Association supporting teachers for the good of children, because that's why we all teach, is to help children. And to see my association take that on and help us through new law and new mandates is amazing. I feel very supported and very appreciated.
And how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching, I started in 1990, so 23 years.
Okay. Now we were talking about change in there and how students are changing and how teaching is changing. Kind of give me a mindset of how you teach today, the things you have to think about as compared to what you started off with in 1990.
Definitely. One of the big things is the curriculum and content, and now standards. And they really have changed too. We used to talk a lot about how students learn, but now we're actually teaching how students can think and learn and problem solve, and that's huge. I feel like it's taken the whole child, and we're doing some high stakes testing, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot of pressure. I actually left teaching for 4 years to raise my son, and when I went back, CSAP and assessments and all this had really exploded and changed the profession to be very, high pressure on reading, writing, and math, because our students are not scoring well. And I feel like with 191 and evaluating teachers on how they instruct, that we're coming back to good instruction, not just teaching math, but teaching how students would learn and problem solve, and not shoving curriculum down their throat, but really helping that whole child.
I guess that's a little surprising to hear, since we know 191 is 50% made up of, tests or multiple measures of gauging the way a student learns. So I think some teachers' fears would be, the testing is going to take over even more. And what would you say to a teacher who has those concerns?
I agree, and I have heard those concerns, and when I first read the law, it was very concerning, because we felt like other professions, doctors or lawyers, they're not judged or rated on how healthy their patients are, or how many cases they win, but we will be. So that seemed odd. I do have to say, I feel like in this pilot program, our district has kind of protected us in a sense that we've taken baby steps to kind of wrap our head around what it'll be like to be judged by our student scores. I do feel, though, we already judge ourselves by our student scores. Data has been a huge part of evaluating ourselves. So when I did hear about this, I just thought, well, I know my students perform well. I think I'll handle it. I think it'll be an okay thing, because it is how I've judged myself.
So you got to trust yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely.
If you could put yourself in a new teacher's shoes, what is really exciting about teaching, starting a teaching career right now, and what are those things that it might be scary to start a teaching career right now, if you could place yourself?
I think, because I can remember back, but the exciting part of being a teacher is knowing that you've passed all the tests, you've gotten your degrees, and someone hired you. They want you, and they entrust you with their children, so that's very exciting. You gain confidence in yourself. Being a teacher is awesome, and the fact that you get to do it is the best part. So you're working with kids, and you get to hone your craft. And I would just say, don't lose your passion, and don't listen in to people that are burnout. There's a burnout to this profession. So sabbaticals are built into our profession so that we can rejuvenate. I've taken advantage of more than one, in my 23 years, and it served me well, because I feel like when I stop liking children or liking what I'm doing, then I need to get renewed or take a break or whatever it is. In that light, I think balance is huge. Taking care of your health, taking care of your family, and knowing that this job can run over all of that. It really can take on a life of its own. So if you find a healthy balance, then you're healthier for your kids, and then you do a better job. So,
what do you see the role and responsibility of the CEA, of your local education, and really preparing teachers to make 191 and other the teaching career meaningful?
The role of CEA to me has gotten bigger as I've been in it for 7 years now, and I think it's because they see the need for supporting their teachers, not just legally for when problems arise, but really to help our association be a very professional association, to make us the professionals that we've always wanted to be. I feel like it gives you a sense of respect and camaraderie, and now with the training, the mentoring from these teachers that have been in the profession for 30, 40 years is outstanding. I have so much to learn, even though I've been in it for 23 years myself. I think coming together as a profession only makes our profession better and more respected, because our goal is to help students. And so when I feel like I can have that support, have a resource for training and a resource. I love the CEA magazine that comes out, really neat teachers, and I think about these teachers do what I do, and I can learn from them. So being a part of this association is huge for our learning curve and growing as a profession.
Have you heard that kind of rhetorical line out there among opponents that would say that the teachers union only cares about the teachers and not the students? What do you make of when you hear something like that?
It makes me sad. I think it's a very traditional view that needs to grow up and go away. If we're going to teach 21st century learners, we need to be 21st century thinkers ourselves. And that, to me, is a very old school, fear-based comment. I don't know why the association makes people scared, but it does. And I think it is changing, though. And one of the things I learned from this training is that there are administrators joining the Colorado Educators Association. I was talking to our IT guy. I said, you should join. You're in education. It's not just teachers against the world, which, is an old view, but it's teachers being a profession so we can affect change and make it better. So the best thing about this is our administration, some of them are part of the association. They see our vision. We're aligning our visions. And that's pretty cool. I'm glad to be a part of it.